I don't worry about people owning annuities as much as I worry about how they bought them. This is because there are 5 mistakes that have cost some retirees 6 figures or more over their lifetime. In this video, I'll explain each mistake in plain English so you can spot it in your own plan and fix what's fixable and avoid what's making it worse. I'm Zach Poitra. I'm a fiduciary advisor based in Colorado Springs, and I work with people 50 and older who want reliable retirement income without getting trapped in confusing contracts. Before we dive in, a quick note. Not all annuities are the same. I'm mostly talking about fixed and fixed indexed annuities here, and I'm talking about how they're used inside of a retirement plan, not any one company or product. The goal isn't to scare you away from everything, it's to give you a clear checklist so you don't get surprised later. The first big mistake I see is buying for the shiny bonus or teaser rate instead of the long-term math of your retirement plan. You've probably seen ads like get 10% bonus day one or guaranteed X% for the first year. The problem is those bonuses usually come with trade-offs. And those trade-offs can be things like longer surrender periods, more restrictions, or lower net value over time once you read the fine print. The question is, if the bonus disappeared tomorrow, would that annuity still make sense in your overall plan? If the answer is no, you're buying the wrapper, not the result. When I look at a contract, I care less about the shiny teaser and more about what income it can reliably support and what time frame does it provide that support and how it works with your specific investment and tax situation. Mistake number 2 is locking too much of your money in an annuity and not keeping a proper cash or liquid bucket. Now here's what I've seen. Someone puts a huge percentage of their savings into an annuity and then life happens. Things like roof repairs, medical expenses, helping adult kids or grandkids, big unexpected opportunities, or a big move. And in those moments, suddenly they need more than the free withdrawal amount, and then they are staring at a surrender charge that they don't want to pay. A healthier structure looks like this. You have a dedicated emergency cash bucket, a liquid investment bucket like stocks and bonds, and finally, if appropriate, an annuity bucket. If an annuity ever leaves you with no comfortable access to cash for surprises, that is a red flag. Now, number 3 is one of the most confusing mistakes, and it's not your fault. And this mistake is mixing up the benefit base with the actual account value. You see, on many contracts, you'll see a higher number that is used to calculate income or certain benefits, and this is called the benefit base. And then you will see a lower number that is the actual account value or surrender value. Now this is really important. The benefit base is often a phantom number. You can't cash out or leave it all as a lump sum to your heirs. It is there to calculate guaranteed income. The account value, which is a lower number, is what you or your beneficiaries actually have access to in real dollars. If you think, I have $500,000, but the real walkaway value is $320,000, that can completely change your retirement math. When I review contracts, I always separate, this is the number your income is based on, versus this is the number you could walk away with or your heirs receive. You need to know and understand both. Now, mistake number 4 is ignoring tax treatment and required minimum distributions when deciding where to own an annuity. The 2 common issues are, number 1, non-qualified annuities. This is using after-tax money. You see, gains in these type of annuities or these type of accounts are usually taxed as ordinary income, not at capital gains tax rates. And then withdrawals are often gains first, which can lead to bigger tax bills than expected. Now, when we talk about IRAs and RMDs, If you own an annuity inside of an IRA, you still have to deal with RMDs. And if the contract isn't coordinated with your RMD strategy, you can end up taking withdrawals at awkward times or in less than ideal ways. The decision to buy an annuity should never be made in isolation from your tax and RMD planning. When I build plans, I look at which accounts we're using for annuities, how that interacts with your RMD timeline, and what it means for your after-tax income year by year. Sometimes the product is fine, but the location and the strategy can be wrong. And finally, the fifth big mistake that I see is buying from someone whose toolbox basically has only one tool. If the only thing someone does is sell annuities, then the odds of you needing an annuity, they're mysteriously high. Same on the flip side. If someone has built their whole identity on hating annuities, you'll probably never need one in their eyes either. Personally, I am less interested in slogans and more interested in, can this person show me a non-annuity investment plan and an investment plus annuity plan side by side? Can they explain why they would choose one over the other for my situation, not in general? And are they able to say, in your case, I don't think you should use an annuity, and mean it? You want planning first and products second, not the other way around. So a quick recap of the 5 expensive annuity mistakes. First, buying for the bonus or teaser rate, not the long-term plan. Number 2, locking up too much money in an annuity, leaving too little liquidity for life surprises and emergencies. Then we have the confusion regarding benefit-based numbers versus actual account value. And there's a whole tax issue, that is, ignoring tax treatment and RMDs when choosing where and how to own an annuity. And then finally, buying from someone who only sells one type of solution. Now, if you already own an annuity and you're not sure which of these apply to you, that's exactly what I help people untangle. If you'd like, we can review your contract and your entire retirement plan in plain English, separate the marketing numbers from the real dollars, and see what role that annuity should play going forward. If that sounds good to you, you can grab a spot with me using the link in the description below that'll take you to my calendar. And if you're not quite ready to talk, you might be interested in my retirement masterclass, to which there's also a link below this video that you can access that free masterclass. Either way, don't let confusion or embarrassment stop you from getting clarity. The mistake isn't owning an annuity. The real mistake is not understanding how it works in your plan. Finally, a disclaimer. This is not financial advice nor tax advice. Talk to a licensed professional, such as myself, before making any investment decisions. And then finally, any guarantees mentioned in this video are based on the claims paying ability of the insurance carrier. Please like and subscribe.